Hi everyone, today I'm doing an ARC TBRs, and these are arcs that I got from NetGalley. If you don't know what NetGalley is, it's a website where you can sign up to receive books for review, and they're all in ebook format. So if you have an ebook and it's something that you're interested in, definitely check it out. I'm gonna link the website to it down below. They usually have a lot of good options and pretty good books to choose from, so if you like to read, then it's definitely something I highly recommend. The first book that I'm excited to read and is on my TBR list for the arcs is Eligible, which is a modern day retelling of Pride and Prejudice. As some of you might know, I just finished reading Pride and Prejudice not too long ago and I really enjoyed it, so I'm very curious to see how the modern day story turns out. The only difference is that it's also taking place in the US instead of the UK, and all of the characters have regular jobs, and so it's basically supposed to be exactly the same, but with a modern twist, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it turns out just as good as Pride and Prejudice. The second book that I'm excited to read and is on my TBR is I Let You Go, and this is a story about a woman who's trying to escape her past, and this seems to be the kind of books that I'm typically interested in just because I like the sense of mystery and suspense and not knowing what is actually going on in the book until near the very end. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one as well. It sounds like it would be really interesting and intriguing for me. All the Missing Girls is another book that is on my TBR, and this one claims to be a lot like The Luckiest Girl Alive and The Girl on the Train, which The Luckiest Girl Alive I wasn't a huge fan of, but The Girl on the Train I enjoyed, so I'm willing to give this book a try. This book is about kidnapping of two women, and it's a decade apart, I believe, and the story is told backwards, so from day 15 to day 1 instead of the other way around, and I thought that was a really interesting touch, and I would definitely like to see how that works out and just to see what is happening there. Definitely seems like a very interesting mystery / suspense book, and I'm really into those, so it should be an interesting read. Another book that I'm really looking forward to reading is Perfect Days, and this one reminds me a little bit of the book You by Caroline Kepnes that I very much enjoyed. In this book, a young medical student is stalking a young woman, and she does not respond to his advances, and therefore he chooses to kidnap her and take her on a road trip across Brazil with him, which I thought was a very interesting sort of concept, and it sounds very intriguing. I would definitely like to know more about it, and it sounds pretty dark too, so if you like dark and twisted books, it might definitely be something that you would be interested in. Can't wait to read it, and hopefully it's as good as it sounds. And last but not least, a book called Before the Fall. And just to sum it up, this book is about a group of people, I think there's 11 of them, who take a boat trip, and the boat ends up sinking, and there are only 2 survivors. And interestingly enough, the people who are on this boat are all pretty influential, and there might be a conspiracy involved with the sinking of this boat. So as the book goes on, you sort of get an idea of what really happened and whether there was a conspiracy or not. So I thought it would be really interesting, and I guess this book is written by the writer on the show Fargo. I don't know if any of you watch that show. I've heard of it, and apparently it's pretty good, but I've never seen it, so I'm definitely going to give that book a try. So this is it for my ARC TBRs. Please let me know if you have any of these books on your TBR list, and also please let me know what books you're looking to read in the near future. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.